We want to thank you guys, man, for helping us get to 1 million subscribers.
Thank you.
We appreciate your love and support. Keep clicking that follow button and help us to get to 5 million. YouTube, we appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Welcome back, All the Smoke. We are coming to you from Dallas.
Back home in the Lone Star State.
We got a good one. This one has been a long time coming. We've been trying to connect the dots with this dude for a long time, man. One of my favorite actors and just one of the genuine, real good people in this space. And there's not too many of those, man. Welcome to the show, Omari Hardwick.
Thank
Yes,
you, my
sir.
brother.
Bro.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Stak.
Yes, sir, my brother.
What's happening, good
the
people?
Dog.
How's life? Recently nominated for a Grammy
His name Ghost.
What?
Ghost.
That's crazy, bro. I'm
for your role in Star Trek. Man in many hats.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. And by the way, Stacks, I don't know if you remember this, but when I started in the music thing, it was spoken word poetry. I had a show called Verses and Flow, and I would get up, neo soul artists, the likes, young poets, which is the best part of it to me, is like giving the stage to young people to figure out their voice. And bro, in the audience, right in the epicenter, right in the middle, dead smack in the middle, one night, man, I get up, and there is the Laker at the time, the Laker great, Matt Barnes. And I remember thinking to myself, we might be all right in the next 20 years. And by we, what I meant was people who look like me, transitioning not out of sport,
Right.
but really speaking a voice, being able to figure out a voice beyond sport. And I remember looking at Matt and thinking, this is nice. It was a nice time in Cali. Things were different. You was with the Spurs
Early.
at that time.
Early.
Sax was with the Spurs at that time.
Early 2000s.
And so Matt been supporting for so long. And by the way, guys, Steven has too. Stak man been rocking with me for the longest. I've been rocking with him. One of the realest cats in the league. The league is a bit different now.
Yes. The
little
world is
different now
the
than
world.
you matter.
The world is
The
different.
world is
The world is different now.
But yeah, it's been nice, man. It was amazing to get a nomination for the side of the entertainment industry, to your point, Matt, that I don't put food on the table doing, or I haven't thus far. So that was super humbling, man, because it just reminded me that it's a nice...
How motherfucking talented you are. How about that part?
Anytime you're getting your flowers, it's a beautiful thing, bro.
I appreciate it.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And the declaration to, again, the young cats who look like us, the young ladies who look like us, yo, empty the bag. Empty it. Before you go up to the pearly gates and God go, what did you do with it? I gave you a lot of shit in there.
Oh, man.
You don't want God to scurry through the bag and go, it's 7 motherfucking things still in here. So for me, that was always an objective, like get it all out, but while doing so, give permission to other people to get it all out. You want to see it. Yeah, you want to see
Oh, I'm crossing my arm.
it. You want to see his pets,
You
right?
know, I'm just cool, my nigga. I can't help that. You know what I mean?
That's what God gave you?
I mean, hey, that's one of them. That's one of them.
Definitely let that out the bag.
Too fresh to be stale.
Come on, man. Got to do it.
So it's a long time coming, to the brother's point, and we were supposed to be on, on this way back in middle of the summer.
Yeah. We did something together for Uninterrupted last summer, right?
Yeah, we did. It was really cool.
Yeah, what?
Matt and I Matty, we did some shit. We did a softball game at UCLA.
We just played the softball
No,
game.
but we
time
did some
ago,
shit
yeah.
Stacked so many years back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Him being out, because
Nah, he a fool in baseball. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I just said he was 6'9", he went 6'8". Why you take away the inch?
I don't want to steal. I don't like to lie.
Oh, all right.
That's it.
But with them right shoes, not them shoes, but if we give you, who got some kicks in here?
We don't wear them no more. That make you 2 inches taller. We used to wear them. Some people used to wear them. High heels. High tops. Not even the 3/4. I'm talking about the
High soles.
Yeah, the David Robinsons.
Nigga had the high soles.
Yeah, them E-wings.
The E-wings. Soles is 3 inches long. Stak wants to be an actor one day.
Yeah, Stak.
If you were a talent scout, what would you think?
At least, hey, see, look, he didn't make fun of me like Kevin Hart. Appreciate that. That's my boy. I love you, bro.
I love you too,
tried to
Stak.
make
I think
fun
that,
of me.
yeah,
He shot
was-
my dreams
Wait, who
down.
said it
before
to
I
you?
even got him up.
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart. He said, "Oh, really?
Shot my shit down.
Say, oh, really?
Oh, really? Cool.
Short bastard.
But That's how rich niggas talk.
Yeah, how rich niggas talk.
So for me, Matt, and I know you know art really well, and it's too controversial for me to say the one cat who in music, when I think about music, since you led in with that point, he's in jail now. We all know who he is.
The R&B king.
And I always thought
king of
dude
R&B.
would have been a phenomenal actor. And I always thought that Kanye would be a great actor. And what I realized is that what I honor perhaps most, I mean, I guess Robert tried it. Kanye, what I honor most is that he made a comment once, he was like, I want to get my chops right if I were to do that. One of the things that was most fascinating about your brother, our brother being in the league, and he's doing it right now, Matt. Matt, you need to take this shit in.
No, I already seen it. I think he's good enough to do it.
So this is my point. One of the things that was so dope about Steven Jackson is that Stak was always and is always who he is. And the most confusing thing, and you try to not as an actor give too much away because your tricks are your tricks and it puts food on your table. But one of the most confusing things about that profession is that it is monikered, titled, or labeled acting when it should be not that, because acting is not good. Anybody who acts is
Real
not
shit,
a
that's
good
fake.
actor.
That's fake, right?
So the authenticity and sincerity that comes with a Stak, that when you came in the league, David Stern was at what point of being commissioner?
He was in
He was
full,
in. He was
almost
in.
on his way out
Yeah.
soon.
I'm right.
Almost to the point where he was trying to change the league, dress code, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did I throw a nice lob to you?
Yes.
And the reality is that an Allen Iverson and a Stak, John Morant doesn't count as much where I'm going, Matt, because John Morant is a victim, but also a victim, I'm gonna specify, a victim of a generation that has to contend with the cell phone and social media in ways that we didn't have to. So in that way, Ja kind of is still trying to figure out where does Ja fit, who am I, what is my thing, beyond being doofusly gifted, what is my thing. But an Allen Iverson really was a Tupac Amaru for our NBA.
No, fact.
And Stak was very befitting of that. And when I think about, you carried that. To me, you would rather work at the local, whatever the local is, rather than sell your soul.
Right.
To me, my answer is he would be a hellified actor. Not only because he has that innate desire to be like, fuck that, I'm Stak. He also wears Stak really well. And we just saw a scene play out with his wife before we rolled cameras. And it was his actual wife, but nigga might as well have been Ghost Natasha. So I really feel, and I've never said this to you before, but you have not only the intensity, but the joy with the pain. You need joy and pain, and you need an ability to forgive the shit. By the time they say, roll, camera, action, go, you would have had to forgive all of the childhood shit.
Yeah.
And just put all the stuff into whatever that is, whether it's comedy, whether it's drama, whether it's horror, and just kind of sit in it. And less is always more. And Matt, you ain't far off of being the same thing. You dudes are two of the coolest duo. And I ain't just saying that. I know y'all gonna get teased by the rest of the podcast cats because they're gonna fuck with you and go, oh, claim these cats cool. But you
Nah,
guys
I
are
already knew that,
super
but
y'all are super laid
I already
back,
knew
bro.
we was cool.
And you operate at a real, for me, what actors provide, the actors who really have it, they operate in a beautiful, we can be insecure all day, but we operate, I think I'm pretty gifted. We operate at a place where we are super secure and emotionally kind of together when the camera starts rolling. Afterwards, when they say cut, you might be a nutbag. But when the camera's rolling, you have some kind of ability to go to a place. So
You have a gift.
there's something there.
There's some negative energy out right now, and we're definitely not about that. We're more just fans of what was going on and the character you played. Will we ever see, there's obviously a ton of spin-offs going on in that universe. Will we ever see you as Ghost in any shape or form?
Yeah,
Okay.
you will, Matty. And we talked about,
I got the chills.
Right?
That's my favorite character. I think I'm Ghost in real life. I just don't have the suits and the money and shit like that. I act like you. I act like Ghost a lot.
Or the good hair.
Not the hair either. My shit ain't that bad, but it ain't that. It ain't that shit. It ain't that shit. It ain't that curly shit.
so Matt asked a really good question. I think and I could compliment Courtney and Curtis in saying this, we definitely, Matt, we as a culture, as a black culture and brown culture, Latinos included, we did not have, outside of a Sicilian character, whether it be Marlon Brando playing a Sicilian character, whether it be Al Pacino, who is actually Sicilian, right, and Robert De Niro being part Irish, part Italian, my favorite all-time actor outside of Steve McQueen. But looking at, and I would say probably Denzel, but looking at the reality of what those movies and the character of those big mob movies and gangster movies, what they provided was it provided more of a peek. It was very Shakespearean, all of them were, but it provided a peek into uncles that we knew, grandfathers that we knew, aunties that we knew, grandmothers, you know. And I don't think we had, outside of family shows that were family oriented in a very warm and fuzzy, wrap it up with a nice bow at the end of it type of, I guess, display, Cosby Show included. We didn't really have a display that came into our living rooms. And to your point, Stak, your character and the show had me and wifey in major conversations constantly. So I believe that every role I play, Matt, is that of community outreach, servitude. I just use the characters as my way of doing community outreach.
Yep.
But that character was such an incredible community outreach. Because if I'm talking to the president in the White House, and I've talked to two during that time, one was Colored Us, and then if I'm talking to every Pookie and every respective hood that we grew up in, whether Cali, whether Texas, whether Georgia, the reality is the character was built to be able to play on so many sides of the street. And I don't know how I can say goodbye to him in this career that hopefully extends 20 more years before I have the liberty to say I want to be out in terms of an actor. So if I'm 50 years old, still playing the better parts of mid-30s, and I go to 70 years of age, I believe we have to see, and I'm providing myself with the permission. And that's big for me to say, Matt. I'm providing, and I'll say that to you, Stak, I'm providing myself with the permission to, if it not be shown and or seen on anything related to stars and or in that world where Curtis and Courtney threw this incredible lob for me and the rest of the team, you definitely will see the character in some form, fashion, or format. And you will be able to go, that's the shit I miss. Do I miss only Ghost? Now I realize I missed Omari playing a character like Ghost.
Like that,
Because I'm getting it again, and I'm getting Omari while getting the character. So I have to provide that.
It's funny you say.
We need that.
Yeah, I hear you.
I want to be the hitman.
It's interesting, the end of what you said, because you've been outspoken about Ghost and Omari are two different people. Why are you so outspoken and trying to drive that message home?
Well, I would tell you what, MB, I never said that they were two stark different, you know, that there was such a contrast.
Well, there definitely has to be some of you to be
That's
that
right.
great in Ghost, but yeah.
So this is my whole thing. My whole thing is we have to look at it from a perspective of where our priorities lie as a people. In many regards, oftentimes white Americans follow us. I have heard it be stated as such. When Donald Trump won the first time, if there were arguments being made by a certain faction of black folks who might not have wanted, forget political affiliation, who might not have wanted Donald Trump, and maybe mainly because of his followers, the MAGA contingency, not wanting America to become that, whatever that was. I've heard it be stated as such, where folks will say, well, then go back to, what is back to? I didn't come from Africa. Ancestrally, I did, but Stak, you're not from.
I don't know nothing about it.
So when people make that comment, y'all chuckle, but it's probably one of the
It's the truth.
that I love Stak the most. And I grew up with that thing. It's so interesting because I grew up with Fred Taylor. I did. And I don't mean literally, guys. I grew up with that thing I grew up with. I grew up with Matt Barnes, and I grew up with Stak. There's a common thread there. I grew up with really tough fuckers who were super vulnerable and loving. And Stak, there's never been a moment that you haven't greeted me with a hug. It's very interesting. There's never been a moment, Matt, that you haven't greeted me with a hug. The necessary permission of all permission given is for our young Black and brown men to be granted that. I don't understand the seasonal, even if it were more than a year to two, the seasonal moment of no homo, I fuck with you. I'd never understand.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. I tried to play every single character in a way, Matt, where you felt Omari in the character. I'm saying priorities are such where our people, right? If you were to hear someone say, go back to, what? America's mine. And if you got Native American blood, which all three of us do, I don't even care about the young brothers who grew up going, nah, my hair ain't that shit, I ain't got Native American. Probably the ones who didn't think they had Native American had more Native American than anybody in the room or in the huddle when we were growing up.
Yeah.
So in that regard, this is our home. And in my opinion, as it is our home, what has been under displayed or underexposed, for me, Matt, is the redemption of Black and Brown Boy. What Ghost provided was he provided a look as to how it looks to break good after being bad. What people rooted for at home was he's trying to go right. I made the dude a biblical character. And I've said it to maybe 10 individuals, but now I'll say it on this podcast because, Stak, I love you and Matt. I made Ghost Saul from the Bible. Saul is very symbolic in any kind of template of religious belief. It could be the Quran, it could be the Torah, the Book of Latter-day Saints for Mormons. It could be the book of Hinduism, the book of Buddhism. It doesn't matter what it is. Phil Jackson was a Zen Buddhist, right? He'd say the same thing. There is that character in whatever. I happen to believe in Christ. That dude was Saul. I always thought the show needed to end if he ever became Paul, because then we have no more entertainment of watching him try to become good. So Matt, when I say there's a contrasting difference, and I probably haven't used that specific word, but when I speak on that, my brother, what I'm really saying is I am so much of Ghost, but there is so much more to me than Ghost because I wasn't written by Courtney. Courtney never wrote Omari.
Yeah.
Courtney wrote Ghost. So for a world, I would imagine at this point, 25 and under, for that fan base, it is harder to conceptualize that because they get to, not every 25-year-old. Some of y'all are phenomenally mature. But 25 and under for the most part, as you know, Matt, and you got kids growing, and Stak, you know this too. There's an ability to change your look on every single post you post. So it's an equal ability to believe you are something that you're not. So my big thing, Matt, is receive Omari and then dissect it from there. Once you meet me in person, if you got 5 minutes, I get it, Matt, where you go, 5 minutes is hard, you have baggage claim, that's hard. I get it. But even in 5 minutes, nigga, I'm so much. You can get me in 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, you then decipher as you walk off. You go, how much is like, have fun with it. Have fun with it. Just sit and think about it. But the other thing, now I'm gonna give y'all roses. There's a reason that all of these podcasts are so prevalent and so prominent and so watched and so good. Siri included. 25 and under has an amazing opportunity. I'm not picking on that age group, but that age group specifically has an amazing opportunity to do all research within a nanosecond.
Right.
Within a nanosecond. What team did Matt Barnes play for? What teams has he played for? Did Matt ever play a different position than in minutes? Steven Jackson, was he actually close to George Floyd? Was he not? Was he the uncle of George's daughter? How quickly can it all come to you? So for me, these are moments, Matt, after an interview like this where you ask such a great question, and it's a dynamic question. So I have to answer it in this kind of way. It's a very good question. It's not outspoken about the contrasting difference. It's an outspoken reality of going, y'all do better with just hanging out with the person first.
Yeah.
And then figure out the character next. But there are a lot of people in our world, and this has no chronological age to it, who are really about the character who they've presented versus who they go to sleep at night being. Imposter syndrome is a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
It's a motherfucker, bro. And so that's the big thing. I guess, Matt, I am dealing with a world in which if I do have some of the gifts that our parents and grandparents felt some of the elder actors had of actual chops and really having some chops, those incredible actors from Cicely Tyson to Yaphet Kotto to Sidney Poitier to Lena Horne to Denzel, to Angela Bassett, to Lawrence Fishburne, to Don Cheadle, Will Smith inclusive, there wasn't a reality in that age group. The age group I just specified, it colored us. Throw in Latina actresses and actors included. There wasn't a reality that they had to contend with a confused audience member going, who are you actually? You kind of knew. You kind of knew that their character was relegated to the screen, and when you met them out in public, if you were so lucky or blessed to get an autograph, if that could sound pretentious. Maybe the public figure wants your autograph. I'm a fan of fans. So it's always gonna be weird for me, bro. I'm a fan of fans. I'm not a fan of fanatics, because I wonder if fanatics love themselves. And so I pray for that. But a fan, a real fan, who follows your life and fucks with your family.
Genuinely, yep.
Ooh, I'm a fan of that. That's a different human to go, everything you do, I rock with. That's a beautiful thing. So I've never had issues with those people being of confusion, Matt. It is the folks that are about a character versus, let me figure out who O is. The roles given to a you and a Steven is y'all do interviews. Why not pull up on All the Smoke? You can actually sit down with me right now and go, let me watch Power tonight. Why? Because I just watched All the Smoke. Let me compare the differences. O wasn't wearing a suit. He didn't have a gun. He didn't murder somebody. I wonder if the nigga ever did murder somebody. He wasn't selling crack rock. He was selling stories, but not crack. Like, I just want people to do math a little bit better, particularly our people, bro. Our leverage increases. Our leverage increases. If me or Idris are up for James Bond, and our fans are petitioning for it, if they get more educated about the differentiation between the character and the person, they could literally be going, I want Omari to play it. I want Idris. Omari's happy if either one of us get it. I love him. And he'd be happy if I got it. So I think for me, Matt, is that. I don't want you and Steven.
You would kill that, bro.
Say it again, my bro.
You would kill Black James Bond. You would kill that. You would kill that, bro.
Are you up for James?
You would kill that shit, dog.
You know, I'm saying it's just, I just want our fans to allow their voices to be, you got a head on you, bro. You sharp. They told me about you before you walked in. But you sharp. The shit you hear, you sharp. I want our fans to be a part of that, Matt. I do, bro. I do. I want our fans to be, bro, hip hop is a $3 billion company. It's a $3 billion company. It's not a company, Omari. Yes, it is a company. It's an overriding, all-encompassing company. Last I checked, you can count on one hand the people who look like me, you, and Steven, who have some of those billions. And it's not a $3 billion company. Not if Jay-Z almost has $3 billion to himself. It's a $17 billion conglomerate of reality. I want our fans to be more fan of themselves. I'm big on that. I want people to really like themselves more. I just think it makes it all a bit more balanced. You ain't gotta run past your wife, Stak, and bulldoze her to get to you because you were the one that someone salivated and wanted to meet. That's dope. That's flattering as shit. You ain't gotta run over Matt's kids to get to Matt. What if that day your wife says some shit that actually saved your life? What if that day Matt's twins looked at him in a way that made Matt go, you motherfuckers really got it. I'm the lucky one to be the father of y'all. A fan runs past that to get to us. I think once fans get a lot more in love with themselves, I think they can sit and go, there's a lot of Omari in that character, but I equally see Omari. So that when they meet Omari out, they get to go, I rock with you. Fans are like, I miss you. I'm like, I'm so here.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Maddie, I be saying that I'm so here. Stak, I'm so here, bro.
I'm so here.
I'm in Texas, man. Right now I'm in the state, in an undisclosed spot, the state that raised not only Stak, but equally a dear friend of mine who grew up in Terrell, Texas, and that being Eric, AKA Jamie Foxx. Like I'm here, man. Traded Truth is in Houston. Jay Prince. I know a lot. I'm a Texas lover. Because I'm from the A.
Home.
I am at home, bro. So like I'm always here. People can always pull up and go, oh, let me just holler at you for a minute. I'm here all day for it.
What's better than watching football and basketball on the weekends? Watching it with the DraftKings Sportsbook app in your hands. Our partners over at DraftKings are hooking up all new customers who bet $5 with an instant $150 in bonus bets. So download the app now. New customers use the promo code SMOKE, bet just $5 on any wager, and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code SMOKE, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Between work, what we see on social media, and the many choices life throws at us, it's no wonder people are more increasingly worked up. But we don't have to let that noise ruin our chill. When life gets hectic, that's when you choose chill and get a cold Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment. This holiday season, forgotten ingredients don't have to ruin your dinner. Takeout and Coors Light are always a crowd pleaser. When the mountains turn blue, you know Coors Light is as cold as the Rockies and ready to drink. Holiday party fails can always turn into a great story. It doesn't matter if things go as planned when you choose chill and reach for a Coors Light. Look, traveling over the holidays is always a nightmare, especially if you got 7 kids like me. That's why I make sure I get to the airport a little early so I can kick back, choose chill with the cold Coors Light. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. Straight from Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado. So make sure you choose chill this holiday season and reach for a Coors Light. To get Coors Light delivered direct to your door, visit CoorsLight.com/smoke. Or you can find them pretty much anywhere beer is sold. Also remember, celebrate responsibly. Need a break from the crowded stores and the endless gift lists? Restore your zen and embrace the natural power of hemp with Via. This holiday season, unwind and recharge with Via. Via is well known for their award-winning THC and THC-free gummies, vapes, THCA flower, soothing topicals, and calming drops. All crafted with the highest quality of hemp from a trusted American farm. And the best part, Via legally ships to nearly all states in the U.S. in discreet packaging directly to your door with a worry-free guarantee. No medical card required. So if you're 21 and older, check out the link in our description and get 50% off when you use the code SMOKE. Via was nice enough to send me a care package. And I shared some with my man Ray. So Ray, what are your thoughts? My obviously the favorite are the sleep gummies, but what are your thoughts on the Via products?
So I've definitely been taking them. They're really good. So most gummies taste like THC or taste like they have something CBD in them. This one
These are smooth.
These are smooth. They taste good. They're effective. They're good.
Well, you heard it here first. If you're 21 and older, use the code SMOKE for a 15% discount. This holiday season, enhance your everyday with Via.
Feeling lucky? All bets are on Bookie, the hilarious comedy from Chuck Lorre and Nick Bakay. Starring Sebastian Maniscalco as an old-school bookmaker just trying to stay alive in a world of bad beats. Does the house always win? Find out as Bookie returns for Season 2, December 12th on Max. Please watch responsibly.
Characters or other characters you drew when you were coming up with who Ghost was going to be on the screen?
Matt, you doing some shit today, bro. You motherfucker. He's talented. You looking at me like, is Matt doing bad shit?
No. That he just burnt. He just burnt out. That's just his burnt out face. He just burnt out. You not burnt out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but don't believe that.
Yeah, but don't believe it.
Not for our guests.
I was real big on the era. You spoke about you guys having fun with the Peaky Blinders night in the pub, Stak. That's prohibition, right? Killed it. He killed the movie that he and Robert Downey Jr. one day.
Yep.
What an actor, great actor. I would love to work with him one day, and who wouldn't want to work with, the incredible director, of course, that Chris Nolan is. But in terms of Peaky Blinders, just to use that example, to answer your question, Matt, I went backwards in thinking about the gangster. I went to yesteryear. And what I did, bro, was I tried to grab from thine self. So Matt, you threw me the lob, my bro. You threw me the lob and going, right. A righteous actor pulls from themselves, for sure. And to thine own self be true. And nigga, we all flawed. The three of us might not in quantity, and I tend to believe that executors don't perhaps carry the quantity of flaws, the number of flaws that the cats we grew up with carry. But I would go so far as to say our flaws are almost bigger than our 4 are bigger than their 14. It just is. You don't make it to the NBA unless you're called to it. It's very political. It doesn't work. It's not. And Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson culture world can't say that. So I'm saying it for them. They were highly called. It's called. They were chosen. So if I was part of a world in which I was chosen, particularly as a Black American doing entertainment, which sports is often forgotten about as entertainment. It is entertainment. And y'all are artists. You don't hear that enough. particularly me being an ex-athlete, I'm gonna sell y'all down the road of celebrating the artists that you are all day long. And I realized that if I needed to pull from myself, Matt, then I went, so what is Omari? What can Omari bring this guy? Okay, Omari speaks Spanish enough, right? Omari's been confused for Dominican his whole life. Matt, you've been confused for being Latino your whole life. Like, so how does that look? Yes, this nigga's been confused with being Cuban. Of course he has. Don't look at him.
Cuban B.
Matt.
Cuban B.
Matty, I saw you look at him, Matt.
Yeah, because he think I got kids in the Dominican Republic.
Well, here's the other thing.
I don't think shit.
I don't think shit.
Here's the other thing. Last I checked, when I watched Sammy Sosa swing a bat, the first Sammy Sosa I was raised watching,
First Sammy.
that motherfucker looked like Steve Jackson.
Yeah.
Then that motherfucker ended up looking like Matt Barnes.
Nah, I look like Jim. like Jim.
Shout outs to Sammy Sosa. but in the grand scheme of pulling out of myself, Matt, for me, I was like, I'm an athlete, I'm a poet. That's the big thing, bro. I'm a poet, so my sensibilities are different, right? A poet is not pen to pad. A poet is staring out a window and Stak, O, and Matt saying to the young poet, yo, what you doing? And they're truly not daydreaming. They're devising whatever plan they're devising to try to save the world. So my outlook on life was perhaps more of a poetic outlook. So I went as far back, bro, as Langston Hughes, and then meets Nicky Barnes. I went Malcolm X, and then I thought Malcolm X, right, so now let me go Miles Davis. I was marrying Malcolm X to Miles Davis. I'm already raspy voice like Miles Davis. Then I was thinking, nah, he shouldn't be dressed like Tommy. I love the way Joseph was dressed. But to me, Ghost should be dressed like Nicky Barnes and them were dressed. Why not wear suits? So I love that Courtney was down with that. And she was like, suits it is. Crazy budget, cutting into our budget.
Yeah.
Because the suits were a lot more expensive than anybody else's wardrobe, outside of Notorious dresses. But the reality is, for me, Matt, it was really diving back into the 60s, bro, and into Harlem Renaissance and fucking Stokely and freaking Huey P. Newton. And I was really going, a lot of Black Panthers, a lot of activists, because you know how it worked back then? And particularly in that Berkeley area, right? Particularly that Harlem area. Like, the way it worked was, gangsters still got to gangster. But I'd be damned if them activists weren't gonna make you pass out turkeys during Christmas.
Oh, nah, yeah. You
So there was a
right.
beautiful marriage. And I think for me, Matty, I just thought the goal in life for me is that what I heard, I heard God say, which is, Omari, make the world small as you can. I heard God say it really when I was young, Matt. The age when you and I played in a softball game at UCLA, when the twins, what age they were, and they were
Babies,
six
or 7, yeah.
6 or 7 years old when I met Matt's boys. At that age, a little bit older, my son is 9, I remember thinking, Nova's 12 in a minute, in a week, Brave is 9. I remember thinking like, the world to be small. That's what Muhammad Ali did. Right, Stak? Right, Matt? Muhammad Ali made the world small. So I realized that my objective was to match what God had wanted me to do my whole life. And now that I'm being cast as a 38-year-old young man to play such an incredible character, I'll always thank Curtis and Courtney for throwing me the live of Getting. All I could think of is, so how do I make the world small on Sunday night? When does it air, Courtney? Sunday night. What time? Cool. Oh, that time. Okay, so teenagers are asleep, but they're gonna sneak it. So how do I make it where Nova's age, which is almost 12, all the way to the great grandparents of a 12-year-old, now you're pushing 90. How do I get 12 and 90 in the same room while Stak and his wife are debating about what's going on between Ghost and Tasha? How do I get the preteen and the great grandma to equally debate? I'm talking about the teen directly debating with the great grandparent. And I just thought a show is one thing, but God has really given me a gift to try to make conversation happen via the use of me as a pretty solid actor. And that was the thing. I thought the only way to do that is to go get all the generations. So for me, Matt, it couldn't be the local homies that I grew up who was slinging crack rock. The nigga I grew up's name was Uli. I could think about Uli for a minute. I'm from that. I had to think about Uli because Uli was the one who had the blood dripping from the chain when my big bro told me to stop staring at Uli. And Uli was like, nah, that nigga's cool. And so Uli embraced me. Uli was dead within 5 years of embracing me. But equally, if I'm in Harlem during that time, wouldn't a Malcolm Little, now Malcolm X, embrace me if Uli did? So my thought was, whomever would embrace me, make Ghost an amalgamation of those people who would have embraced me. If the gangster would take me in, and if the activists would equally take me in, if you can marry the two together, then you're making the room smaller when the room is the viewership of who's dialing in and watching you.
It sounds like great balance. To me, because if it's at one extreme, you balance it with someone who's more level-headed or more. So just being able to balance
it.
the extremes.
Yeah.
To be able to garnish the entire.
So that you could feel that. So that you or Stak could feel that. Man, you're still the same player that took a basketball and thrusted it without releasing the basketball in a one Kobe Bryant's face. That's Stak can say all day long. I think like Ghost though. Yeah, Stak, because you think a lot like me. Word. Matt, you were the ghost of the league at times. But you don't look like Dennis Rodman. He equally was. Or was Rick Mahorn that? Nah, because Rick wasn't as balanced. That's the point I'm making. You were balanced, bro. The same dude you did that to became one of your dear homies. That, to me, that's the objective.
Yeah, that's dope.
Whether Kanan rocks with you, whether Tariq rock, like, make it where they can all at least sit down. That's what the mob bosses did, right? Like, just sit down. Just let's have a conversation.
Did you get to keep all them suits? Because they was fitted. Did you get to keep them?
Stak, them joints was all fitted just for me, bro.
Right.
Week before rap. Week before.
No, don't.
Season 6.
No, let me take the board.
Season 6, Courtney had let me go do a movie. I still had 3 episodes to do. You know the whodunits? The final 6 episodes were the whodunits, right? And I know a lot of the fans were mad, like, wait, whodunits better. The reality of the whodunits better be that Ghost still living. But obviously we learned that the whodunits were just about who did it. With a conclusion being that Ghost is not alive. I can say it now.
Still hurts.
A week before Stak, like rap. Pack up the New York apartment, rap. Because I know the fate of my character. Remember the world? I know the fate, but I know the fate.
You knew already, yeah.
I think I had 3 episodes, but this is after that. I had 3 episodes left when Courtney did a really cool, solid, and let me go do a movie. I did a movie with Nate Parker, American Skin. Had to lose some weight real quick, had to gain the weight back, and then finish 3 more episodes of Power. We are now finished, the 16th episode of season 6.5. I call it that because prior years, except for season 1, Stak, we were 10 episodes. Season 1, 8. So final season 16. So season 6.5. Frank Fleming, who's phenomenal, he was the show's clothing designer. He was the costume designer is what you call it. So he designed the look of the show, the whole thing. He was the costume designer as much as someone is given the credit of being a set designer. He was the costume designer for all 35 to 60 characters, guest stars included. He called me, he said, "Oh, I don't know if you ever realized how many suits we bought that were never used." Stak, they had tags on them, homie. So some I hadn't even done the nip, tuck, nip. They're all yours, though. I said, wow. He said, they're all yours. This is my rap gift to you.
Damn.
Wow.
So I said, when can I come in? He goes, what's going on? I said, Jay and I are packing the New York apartment. We had bought the spot in Denver, which you knew, Matt. We were hiding out in Denver. So I was doing the thing, and Chauncey was excited about me coming back to Denver, Stak. Chauncey Billup, shout outs to Chauncey, like really excited. Champ told me he was gonna stay in Denver if I in fact really came back. That nigga left. Champ, you left me, homie. But I was prepping to move, and I went, bro. I was so excited, Stak. And there's so many suits, bro. I was like, wow. Felt so complimentary.
Yeah, bro, you deserve them.
It was so many suits. So he said, okay, I got them all. I said, and he said, no, I can. He said, I know your measurements, so pick out 5. I said, he said, no, you're getting 75 suits, but pick out 5 that you could use right away for future things, interviews, whatnot. And then I'll get those done the way that all the other suits, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly,
dope,
man.
bro.
That look you got. So within that space of those 5 suits being made and the other 70 or so floating,
They got stolen.
no. I called Frank and I said, are you mailing them? You said you were mailing them. They were shipping them. He said, oh, I said it wasn't shipped?
One of them moves, huh? Oh, it wasn't shipped.
No, not Frank. Not Frank. No, Frank was right.
Oh, he was right.
Almost in tears right. I said, Frank, I never got those suits. Crickets on the phone. Frank has offered me to buy some of those suits. Years have passed, obviously. It's been 5 years since that show. It so hurt him that he has offered to buy some of those suits. Some of them. Either Oswald and or Tom Ford. whatever suits I got from that show or whatever suits I had gotten or been gifted to wear to either promote Power and or any other thing, and Stak, those suits just happened to not be returned from the closet. The entire Rolodex of suits, never got.
Wow.
Who we need to run up on? Thomas?
Man.
You special because you just made a motherfucking suit story so suspenseful and had everybody on the edge. We talking about suits and he just had me wondering like, God damn, what the fuck happened to these suits?
I'm trying to think. Hey, I'm still trying to think like, who's this nigga? We need to find this nigga, man.
But I had to tell you that way. I had to tell. There's no other way to tell you the story, Matt, because I wanted it to be known that the benevolence involved in that was that Frank had called and said, I have all these suits for you. And I can't not tell that story because Frank was a G for setting those suits aside for me. So for me, it is the thought that counts. As corny as that may sound,
That's real.
he really, really was like,
Show
I
his
got
character.
these suits for you, bro. And so he and I don't know, you could use the word ghost all you want in many facets in life, but in this regard, it's pretty apropos. I guess a ghost took him because I never saw those suits again on me.
Tough.
That's a real story, bro. And if I could elongate the pant length, Stak, I'd have put them motherfucking suits on you, pimping.
Yeah.
Them shits was clean.
Stak,
Man,
how tall are you?
6'7".
Yeah, I would have
But
put
them suits was so
They were different, right?
motherfucking clean, bro. The
Early in the
different
morning on the show
colors.
too.
Man.
That nigga suited up at 7 a.m. like that.
Waking up early, huh?
Damn, bro, it's early to be suited
Clean
up
as hell.
like that,
Go,
right?
you know
Motherfucker
what?
making
I'm gonna
eggs in
put on
his
a
suit.
fresh ass Tom
Nigga
Ford
making
suit to
eggs.
go kill this nigga.
Now he gonna kill him
Fresh
later. He
as
gonna
hell,
make some
kill
eggs
this
for the
nigga,
kids
man.
first.
I always wonder, I know y'all give credit to Spike Lee for being such a part of the basketball movement and hip hop becoming so synonymous with basketball. Spike has a lot to do with that. You think about Michael Jeffrey Jordan and his commercial, there's a lot, the relationship there. Power was such a beloved show in the hip hop culture. I always wonder what you guys' experience was either coming outro in terms of almost exiting stage left as NBA greats and still playing when Power was rocking. I always wonder what the buzz was for the NBA in terms of players watching it.
Fucking with it.
Man,
a lot of us.
motherfuckers, as soon as the game over. You seen the new show, Power? You seen the episode of
See,
Power?
I used to get mad
because
because I wanted to binge watch it. I don't want no one to talk about it because I don't like just watch. One is not enough for me.
you go
Pause. I like to watch at least 2, 3, 4, smoke and fall asleep to them. You know what I mean? So and then rewatch. Damn, where'd I leave off? So I never really want. But we are all fucking with that shit, bro.
I'm the guy that, like on Hulu, some shows come out, they supposed to come out Thursday, but they come
you
out
always
midnight.
see them before.
Oh, you see them, they
yeah.
come out midnight.
Yeah,
I
on the
stay up
East
and watch.
Coast.
Yeah, I be
Yeah.
waiting on them. I be waiting
Oh,
on them.
you ain't seen what happened to this? Like,
I fucking nigga whole day up, man. Man, I know you see your boy get killed last night. Who? Oh, my bad.
But did you watch Power with Wifey or did you solo?
Yeah.
But you had to? She would get mad? Like
If I
how?
didn't watch it, yeah. That's how we are now, still with shows, with Yellowstone, with
Yeah.
Drake, we going
see,
back
I'm
and
an
forth.
asshole. When me and my girl fight, I'm gonna go watch our show without her.
Yeah, would you? And then would you play it off like you ain't seen it?
No, I'm gonna let her see me. I'm gonna let her come downstairs and see me in my little spot. Just she.
I probably won't eat that day. If I got,
She be mad. Like that's what I be doing. We get in our fights. That's my pettiness. Is I'll watch a show we're watching together by myself. Like, yeah, see, fuck you.
Stak, I was reading the book before it started. Do the fans of All the Smoke, y'all got crazy fans now. Y'all got a lot of fans.
Building.
Do they understand what you meant when you said, we make love to pressure?
I don't think a lot of people do.
What would your, I want to carry that for the next 20 years of my, you talked about Star Trek. That's a different kind of pressure. I'm truly in space. Right. That's a different barometric, literal pressure.
How you act like you in space.
That's a whole different thing.
That's crazy.
It's a different thing, right?
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, I want to carry as a mantra your answer to what that means to we make love to pressure. When I think about the next 20 years of my career.
I can say this, it was exactly the way I thought of it. When I was being asked about my road to get into the NBA, everything I've been through, Big Brother getting killed, all the stuff I OD'ing on certain stuff, drugs at 19, 20 years old, like all the stuff I've been through, I was asking the question because it was after the championship. Mm-hmm. And they said, nothing broke, but you've been through so much stuff and you made it to this point, like, does it feel great? I said, I make love to pressure because I know how to make love to the good and bad times. So when I'm down or having a bad time, you won't know it because I'm thankful for being alive and I got a day I'm alive today to make things better. You know what I'm saying? The good times, yeah, you're gonna enjoy the good times, but I know how to enjoy the bad the same way.
That's it.
So I make love to pressure, whatever it is.
I love that. A.K. Frankie Beverly saying joy and pain.
Joy and pain. Goddamn.
It's the same.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Joy and pain. That's it.
And you really need it.
And even today, being successful, I'm still trying to find joy.
Yeah.
So much pain still in me that I haven't let out. I haven't talked to nobody.
But it's gonna stay there.
You know what I'm saying?
I want you to know it's gonna stay there. I just think that full circle, Matt Barnes said, could Stak be an actor? He wants to be an actor. Stak, I said when I got money, and not money, but like the beginning of the career, like Gridiron Gang, you know, Dwayne Johnson, 2005 money. I remember thinking, damn, I'm not gonna have pain anymore. I needed the pain. It was a dude who used to let me live on his couch in LA, and he said to me, he said, bro, that ain't going nowhere. He said, if anything, it's in the front. I said, it's in the back pocket. I said, hell no. I said, once it's there, it's there. Because sometimes, Stak, I would listen to Tupac, and I always loved that Tupac felt still hungry to me. And then I would listen to Biggie, and I was like, damn, Biggie don't sound hungry no more. Maybe it wasn't that Biggie was lacking the hunger and or the passion. Maybe it was that Pac just felt this urgency to work on the pain at all times. And Biggie might have decided at times when the camera's not rolling.
To compartmentalize it.
Yeah, he probably
Pac was constantly working on it.
Yeah.
So part of my answer to you, Matt, that's what I was answering, that I think Stak could be a great actor because Stak, I always see your pain. So if you say, but you see my joy, absolutely. But I see your pain, bro. I think it's one of the dopest shits about you. I just really don't want people to try to, pain should not be discarded in the nearest trash can. Pain is unbelievably beautiful. Hallmark cards only work during Valentine's. Pain is everything. It's everything.
Right.
Well, the joy wouldn't feel so good without the pain.
Without the pain.
So,
I mean, all the smoke is, why did y'all title it that? I'll ask you that, man.
We was high as hell, and her sister was high with us.
my sister
probably
named it. Yeah.
Did she name it?
And she said it, and we was like, fuck it. You right. That's it, right there. All the smoke.
But it's double meaning.
But you know, when
It's double meaning.
somebody say something like that, and it just ring to you, like you don't even question it.
All the smoke.
That's it.
When you know, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
If you knew better, you do better, baby.
Yesterday we did a show with Roy Jones and Andre
Did you do
Ward.
Roy?
Andre Ward. They're partners with us.
Oh, nice.
With the boxing
All the
side.
smoke fight with our boxing side, right?
Oh, I love that, man.
And Andre's show.
Congratulations to y'all
Thank
for
you.
that, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Andre's show
That's
is
dope.
Art of War, and our show. is
Art of War,
Smoke.
Song Sue that's a crazy book.
This was
bro.
our first time doing a cross show, so I just came up with the name for the cross show.
What is it?
Art of Smoke.
Oof.
But I just said it just out the blue.
Am I guest host?
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to.
So we asked the question.
Antonio say yeah.
Hold on.
Say yeah.
Hold on.
I would love
So
to.
we asked the question. We asked them a
Yes,
question.
sir.
We asked them a question. What entertainer or athlete would be good to fit in with Roy Jones and Andre Ward? Who could look good talking about the boxing with them?
I could.
We asked them that question.
I also
Yeah.
fuck with.
And I know you
And
fuck with the
B-Hop.
sport.
I fuck with B-Hop. I fuck with Roy. All of them. Roy's a fellow Capricorn, love him. Maybe one of the greatest athletes we ever had as a boxer.
We talked about that.
Roy's the greatest
Nigga
athlete.
played a basketball game.
By far.
Roy wouldn't beat somebody up until later that night.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Pensacola's finest.
By far.
I would do that in a heartbeat, bro.
Oh, yeah, we definitely gonna have you lined up then. We good.
Born and raised in GA, tight-knit family. I live in Alpharetta now. I've been there about the last 20 years. Paint a picture of your upbringing and how was it?
Mom and Pop both home, Stak, which was great.
blessing. That's a
And
blessing.
Such a blessing.
Blessing.
And it's an interesting thing when that becomes such a blessing in our community, as you know, Stak, when all of a sudden somebody will say Cosby family just because a mom and a pop are both in the house.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be financially where Claire and Cliff Huxtable were.
You got
ain't
mom
gotta
and
look-
daddy.
Just mom and daddy.
Just to have both.
Oh, it's Cosby family. So that was a very unique reality for me. And especially when I looked to the left and the right, and it was an all-black neighborhood. I grew up off Wesley Chapel and Snapfinger Stak. You know where it is. Non-gentrified Decatur, bro.
Chapel.
This shit is still not gentrified. I got to go back and do whatever I can to get it right. I plan to. And it's getting right. There's beautiful businesses there, beautiful people, but it just is sort of forgotten about it, and the downtown Decatur area is thought about more. 5 of us in the house, as in kids, because the oldest brother was more, he was in and out. He played at Morehouse, and as I told y'all, he went on to play for Detroit. but he was definitely raised as the oldest brother. He was murdered. And then Malika's over me. I definitely got middle kid syndrome shit. I can relate to J. Cole's song. And then Jamil, who Matt, you and Stak, of course, know, who's in LA. And then Shani was the lone sister. And all black neighborhood, Browns Mill, baseball, soccer got kind of boring quick. Baseball turned to basketball, turned to football, and then at one point I was playing all three and was doing that in high school as well. But Golden Glide still there, Stak. I went to do a video for the Golden Glide song that's off the Grammy nominated album. And the skating ring, they tried to close it down, my bro. The infatigable, undefeatable spirit of Decatur is replicated or reflected in the fact that the skating ring that raised us, bro, is still there.
Cascades?
Not Cascades.
What's the other
Cascades was dope. This is called Golden Glide. The song I named,
Golden Glide. Yeah, that's right.
after
That's right. That's the other one. That's the two big names in Atlanta. Yeah.
And I grew up right there, bro. We was in the woods. Texas was the same. We played in the woods, right? Growing
Definitely
up.
in the woods. Yeah.
BB still in my hand from getting shot to this day. You know, in my I would say 6 to 12, 13-year-old running around self. Folks then moved to Stone Mountain. I'm in high school by then, but Decatur, I said I did a song recently, bro. I got a project that the world will hear soon, and it's with an incredible cat from North Carolina, Anthony Hamilton. And Anthony had challenged me. He said, I want the world to know more about where you're from. And MB and Stak, y'all know this. As a musical artist, you do say where you're from.
All the time.
As an actor, you don't as much. Because you got to hide out or be whatever that character needs you to be, wherever that character's from. But I have stated it in songs, even in a song with Aham, but Anthony missed it. So he was like, on this project, I want you to really put it out there. I was like, okay. So I did a song about it. And at one point, it was a real nice, joyous moment, to your point about Joy Stak, where I said, man, I fuck around and realized in the middle of writing the verse, shit, Ghost is from where I'm from. So as much as Ghost is from New York, but Ghost is from where I'm from. Because if y'all really believe, and all of the fans have humbled me equally in making me believe, and Curtis and Courtney hired me saying, it's you, it's your role. This shit was made for you. Then Ghost is where I'm from.
Yeah,
you know, so that's an interesting kind of perspective to look back when being asked, you know, how was your upbringing? And I think about it, I'm like, what's the most humbling part of that answer, Stak, is the fact that any part of my upbringing is now forever in every single job and role I take on. That I get to carry Decatur with me in that way. That's kind of a really cool thing. And I guess we all do, if we get a stage and a microphone, wherever we're from,
What up, y'all? I'm here to tell you guys about Rhone, my new favorite clothing brand. Rhone lets you look good without having to think about it. Winter and fall need their own wardrobes, so I need comfort and the ability to layer. But I also gotta stay warm. Rhone's Commuter Collection is the most comfortable and breathable set of products I've ever tried. The Commuter Collection is treated with Gold Fusion and anti-odor technology. It allows me to get more wears in between washes. You'll be fresh and clean all day long. Rhone has a premium piece to elevate every occasion. We're talking about the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, polos, and blazers, all boosted with functional performance properties. I personally love the versatility and freshness. The Commuter Collection gets me right for any occasion, and the wrinkle-free technology works as hard as they do. Every piece is perfectly packable for travel. So head to rhone.com/smoke. Use the promo code SMOKE and save 20% off your next order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to rhone.com/smoke. Use the code SMOKE. It's time to embody your most confident self. You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings, 4 delicious flavors, an order of large fries for $16.99. Mango habanero, OG hot, and my favorite, lemon pepper. What are y'all waiting on? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now at wingstop.com. What up, y'all? This holiday season, make sure you're sleeping comfortably, knowing your house is protected. If you ever worry about the safety of your home or your family, right now is the best time of the year to get security. Our friends over at Simply Safe are extending a massive Black Friday deal for all of you. It's the home security I trust to keep my family safe. Make sure you're locking in a peace of mind with Simply Safe's lowest prices of the year. Old school systems can only take action if someone's in your house, and that's too late. Simply Safe is a new way to protect your home and stops an intruder before they break in your home. Their active outdoor protection changes the game by preventing the crime before it happens. Simply Safe is extending a massive Black Friday deal for all the Smoke listeners. This week only, you can get 50% off a new system with selected professional monitoring plans. This is your last chance to claim the best offer of the year. Head over to simplysafe.com/smoke to claim your discount and make sure your home is safe this season. Don't wait, this offer won't last long. Keep your home and your family safe with a peace of mind with Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
You played all 3 sports. You was nice in all of them. Like what you was trashing.
Really nice and not trashing anything.
You wasn't trashing.
He said that shit so kindly, like, nigga,
Not
you got the wrong
trashing
nigga,
anything.
right? I wasn't trashing nothing.
So you hooped baseball and football.
Yeah. And
Starter on all 3?
really good in baseball, which Matt and I played baseball together. Really good in baseball. That nigga was crazy in baseball. But I was really good in baseball. Pops thinks that was my best sport. Obviously, Stak, I was a really good football player.
Running back?
Running back and then DB, corner. You know, high school, you go both ways. But as you know, colleges end up recruiting DBs because it's so rare to find good DBs.
Yeah.
And then in basketball, I was a really solid player. Played point guard, obviously, and really solid, and still get down with it, which is why Chris Matthews be fucking with me, lethal shooter. Next time I'm gonna get out there with you and Matty. We ain't never done that. Matt, how you ain't invited me out? You one of the great basketball players in the NBA.
Did
you ain't never invited me to play ball with you.
You never played in the Luda game? In the Luda
Yeah,
weekend?
I played in the Luda game.
Yeah, I thought that
I
was
played in the Luda game. During the Luda weekend.
Yeah.
I played in the Luda game.
They
Then I
still
just
do
played in
Luda
DeMar
weekend?
We
Hamlin's
played in it
league.
together.
We destroyed that motherfucking game that
Hey, we
Monday.
went crazy,
Man.
dog.
Luda still do his Luda weekend?
Yeah, that's what I say. He still
Yeah,
do
he
it?
still do it.
Does
Okay. He still do it, yeah.
Shout outs
yeah.
to Luda, man. He got his star in the Walk of Fame.
Yes, sir.
He got
that
it,
was
man.
big.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, Luda, good dude too, man.
You end up going to Georgia
Yep.
and cross paths with a lot of talent, from Champ Bailey to Terrell Davis,
Man.
Hines Ward, Kirby Smart was your
Kirby.
coach. What was that experience like?
It was interesting while being in it because you didn't know, as you know, Matt, you didn't know, especially with football, you might know the fate of some of these cats, but you didn't really know.
Really didn't know.
Yeah. It's different for y'all because, you know, when you're on a college campus, Matt's at UCLA, guys, did you grow well in school? Were you 6'6" then?
No, I was already
Okay.
set, yeah.
All right.
He was already familiar with the campus too, before he got there. He had been a thought.
Did you just take a drink because of that?
No, I'm confused on what he was saying. I didn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You wasn't
You didn't
familiar
catch what he
with
just said?
Yeah.
UCLA campus before you went there?
Yeah, I was like, I've always kind of
Exactly.
did my thing, but
You was going up there hooping and all that before you went to school, right?
He thought you were saying oh, you were saying mama shit. There was a moment where I remember, this was a crazy moment. I remember when Hines Ward, who was playing wing back a little bit, quarterback a little bit, wide receiver, I remember when Hines was being sat because he was so gifted that they couldn't figure out where to play him. And so I think when I referenced basketball, and Stak, you were going through a different journey than Matt, but you was a baller nonetheless. From y'all to freaking Muggsy Bogues, right? Growing up in the Baltimore area he grew up in. Once you get on a college campus as a basketball player, y'all really do stick with each other. It ain't but like, 11 players on the team or whatnot. The football players are so bountiful in number that sometimes you look back and you go, damn, did I know that one was gonna end up? It was so many cats.
yeah.
And you just racking each other every single day that there's not necessarily standout moments in practice, if that makes sense. But sometimes during the Saturday games, you were like, oh shit. When they moved Robert Edwards from DB, and put him at running back the year that Terrell left. Terrell had transferred in, as y'all know, from Long Beach State. They lost their program. He transfers to Georgia and really didn't get enough burn at Georgia. But as y'all also know, John Elway has no rings without Terrell Davis, and then Terrell's in the Hall of Fame. Terrell was the same way as he is now, then to me, as was Champ, as was Travis Stroud, Robert Edwards, Randall Godfrey, Kirby, not as much Kirby in terms of this thing I'm gonna say. They were real big on, if the football don't work out for you, you got some shit with this poetry stuff, with this art stuff. Because I was minoring in theater and already doing stage plays. There was one player in that group outside of Robert once Robert went to running back, and I knew Robert was gonna get a real shot in the league because he took off as a running back. After leaving us in the defensive backfield. Corey Johnson was the free safety. Kirby backed him up. Champ, Landon Sims, myself, Buster Douglas, Ron Bailey, Champ's older brother, Kirby Smart, I said Kirby. All of us are defensive backs. When Champ came in, and I had a year with him, there was the moment where you went, oh, he's out of here. So there was that moment where that was obvious that, you know, occasionally you get, oh, like he's out of here. Did I know he'd become arguably the top 3 defensive back or cover corner of all time? Nah. And right? 3? I mean, yeah, right? Cover corner?
Definitely up there.
Top 5.
Top 5 cover corner. So Deion.
Revis.
Check. Darryl Green.
Darryl Green.
Woodson.
I would say
Charles
Darryl
Woodson.
Green. No, but Charles is strong safety, free corner.
Yeah.
Started in corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moves when he got older.
I would give Champ over him at cover.
I would go corner.
Cover corner.
Definitely cover corner. You got to put Champ before Charles.
You put Darryl Green up there.
Yes, of course.
And then you put Rod Woodson as one of the greatest all-around defensive backs.
Absolutely.
Right? Ronnie Lott, stupid at free safety.
Yeah.
Steve Atwater too.
Yeah, you
But
right.
cover corner, I guess the real Revis.
You're right. He top 5. He top 4. Yeah,
You know.
sure.
So it was an amazing time for me, Matt, being in the SEC, because we were building it. I look at it now and I'm like, we're not building it in the way that Herschel and Bo Jackson were building it. But I'm realizing now we were building it in the way that now it's premiered in the playoff system when there wasn't a playoff system. Meaning that every year, perennially, the SEC
the best
is in.
conference.
Yeah.
So that we were
Been like
building
that
that for a minute now. It's been that.
How did being an athlete prepare you to be an actor?
I think first and foremost, the number of people on a movie set.
Working with the team?
Yeah, because again, specific to the sport, the football team has so many people in the locker room and on the sideline that I think the first level of preparation, maybe that's the last step of preparation, because they got to make it to a movie set, right? But in terms of getting through auditions and all of that, it's just the rejection. I feel like every single day your coach is rejecting you at some point as an athlete. Am I wrong?
Absolutely.
So I just feel like the audition process just didn't affect me negatively. You and Stak started out this conversation with saying y'all try to bring just positivity to the world of conversation. I hate calling them interviews, it's conversation. Pull up a chair and have a conversation, and y'all happen to be really successful at it. But I think a lot of that we learned as athletes. I know it was me individually, but when you ask that, you're asking all of us. I think the 3 of us just really deal well with, I don't know, what is rejection? Rejection is just that day telling you no, but the next day you're gonna tell me yes. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to get you to tell me yes. So I think, I don't know how an athlete doesn't carry every day that they wake up. I don't know how they don't carry that athletic thing that they have, right? Every day y'all athletes, right? Whether the room whom you're meeting with understands it or not. So I forget acting. I think it prepped me for life, bro. Like being an athlete I'm so thankful God gave me athletic gift, because what if it wasn't there? I don't know if there's better training than that of an athlete, which is why so many jobs, Fortune 500 companies included, go, yes, come hither, yes.
Give you a chance.
To athletes, yeah.
I was brought up with biracial parents, my mom being Italian, my dad being black, and I remember...
Nigga, he a nigga. He a nigga.
I remember being young on the Italian side, my family didn't accept my mom, my dad, or even us as children until I was maybe 7 or 8. And then it became a great relation with her side of the family, but early on there wasn't acceptance. With your marriage, we read that your wife's side disowned her for dating outside of her race. What did that mean to you?
Well, initially, it has to bother you because you care so much about, this person. So you feel like that's a personal
attack. It is.
Attack. You feel like it's and again, there were times that Jay would have to remind me, like, this is, I gotta let me experience the heat. Not only for you, but let me also experience the pain before you jump in front of the train and go, I got hit. Because it's, the direct hit is not to me. But I don't know what man has a pair between his legs and isn't wanting to get in the front of that.
Right.
That locomotion running over your significant other you care so much about. And so, that was a real interesting reminder that sometimes the apple doesn't necessarily fall,
right?
That close to the tree. And and that in whatever year that was, 20 years ago, I met her, that, damn, as much as things have changed, so much has not changed.
Facts.
So much.
Facts.
And you always think that kids would do it, that Brave and Nova being Matt Barnes would make grandparents go, fuck it. Look at these beautiful grandkids. And her mother eventually did, but Pops outroed without ever having a part of that. And I guess God is who he is.
His
What
law.
nationality is she?
You can't tell, I know, right? She's like a mutt. You're like, what is Jay? Jay, when doing her family history, finally learned that there's a whole, she's German, but there's all this Turkish, which the Turkish is a Yakut, which is the aboriginals of Turkey, and they're Indians from Turkey. So for years, people didn't know, a lot of people didn't really know what Jay was. When I met her, I couldn't tell.
Right.
I don't know.
Didn't matter.
But everywhere we go, it's always been a history of going to a country that, if we're in Matt's native Italy, which is obviously part of Matt's ancestral line, if we're in Italy, Stak, people go Italian. If we're in Israel, they start speaking Arabic to her. If we're in, whatever that particular language is, or particular country that we're in, they tend to think that she is that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Somebody said one day, she just looked like a character from the Bible, just one of them things.
My wife is Italian. Her mama talk about that same shit. Her mom say that her whole family disowned her, like for life,
Italians and
because
blacks, they fuck with each other,
her husband. Well, my wife's dad is from D.C. Real black man.
Okay.
And she said once she's had a baby by him, like they disowned. Like to this day, my wife be asking like, "Mom, I want to meet some of my family. Or, you have any family in Italy?" I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
she don't know nobody.
But that's the thing, Stak. It's such a, it's an instinct. I know it's an instinct when you say real black man. It's like, but Stak, you also know like Matt's a nigga.
Yeah, no question.
So what I'm saying is, no, I know you know, but what I'm saying is, what also makes it hard, and I imagine that, is different for Matt. I've talked to Halle Berry about this, right, biracial, and in that era, bro, really different. And Matt's era, really different than it is for Nova and Brave. But you can't have Omari in the house and not come out.
Facts.
With some tendencies.
Yeah. You gonna have some
tendencies.
You can't. I don't know how to. I can't.
Yeah. It's this nigga.
I say nigga.
40s and he still got residue trying to get out of him.
I say niggas try. And I say niggas try their hardest. They will try their hardest to, unculture. But you can't. And there's so many people that have had misnomers of thought, or it's a misnomer to think like, oh, if you interracially marry, you just stop being like, no, you don't stop being who you are, nigga.
Nothing.
Who you are.
Yep.
The person just has to adjust to that. And we also know that in our bowl of whatever called all black people, there's motherfuckers in there that you wouldn't necessarily want to rock with. So
all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
You know what I mean? So that's a yeah, Matty. I've always felt, maybe Stephen and I both feel that from you. A lot of people do. A lot of the pain I see in Stephen's eyes are the pain that is the pain, I should say, that is very specific to what I know about Stak's life. And I know a lot about his journey. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. And I see the chip on your shoulder, and it's a good chip. It's good. Jason Kidd does the same thing. Same shit. It's good. It's like it's what it is. Guapale, same shit. Guap is that all that Oakland shit that I'm. Atlanta's Oakland, right?
Yeah.
The Bay Area and ATL very
very similar, bro.
Very similar.
Now you talking race language. Here we go.
Bay Area right there. Oakland boy right there.
It's real. Even Afeni she really wanted Tupac in Atlanta. It's a real, there's a very, Boots Riley and I got along really well, Matt, if that makes sense to you. When I did Sorry to Bother You, that Oakland nigga and this Decatur nigga, we was very
tight. Love it.
Yeah, I hit it off.
I miss Boots.
Before we get out of here,
work with him again.
Before we get out of here, fatherhood.
Everything. Is that what you guys?
Yeah. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it taught you? But what does it mean first and foremost?
Woo, what has taught me? Well, it's definitely taught me that they know more than us.
What's the ages?
9 and Nova. Brave is 9 and Nova will be 12 November 21st. The irony is the level of patience, obviously, that we have to have, and it's taught me, man, to you know, Maddie, when I was doing the freaking power shit, I'd wake up and like I'd get off maybe especially those first 2 years we were trying to, you know, establish the show, and I'd get off. And I love that they really pushed it towards Joseph season 2, right? They were able to develop Tommy more in season 2, but it was that first year especially.
Heavy lift.
Oh, bro. So if I get off 2 a.m., you know, I'd be up, and y'all know I'm already naturally raspy, but then I'd have no voice the next day, and then I'd be holding Nova and Brave. The Brave wasn't born yet, holding Nova, and Jay would be like, "Man, you gotta go to." I said, "No." So what it's taught me, man, is like, no. If I don't hold him, I knew the show was gonna be successful. This show ain't going nowhere. So the show's gonna take some years from my relationship with her. And if not my relationship in terms of intrinsic bond between she and I, then at least my relationship in terms of time allotted for us to hang. It's gonna take it, Matt. So for me, it has definitely taught me that my instincts couldn't have been taught, which is get all the time you can get while getting it. But now, bro, I have to be so patient with this, especially with the girl. Matt, you got 3 boys?
4 boys. I just had another son.
Yeah, you got another son.
10
Stack, you got a daughter.
5.
Right.
And the bonus.
So you know how it goes.
6,
You know how it goes with the daughters.
Yes.
The level of, because you got nephews, Stack.
Yep.
The level of maturity, MB, for the girls.
I got a 13-year-old stepdaughter. She sit in her room all day talking shit to both of us and listening to music and wearing clothes. We come out the room like, what the fuck are you wearing right now? It's there.
And then their brain is so developed that, and Nova's been fine with the clothing. She's not, but again, you're 13, mine's not even 12 yet. There's the, where's my, I miss,
baby.
I miss, it went fast. With Nova, it went, Brave was on, they took me to dinner to celebrate the Grammy nomination, and Brave is still,
Baby.
9, balling. Great, crazy basketball player, as is Jamil's son, Hart, my nephew Hart. They both can ball out. But Nova, volleyball, transition out of baseball, not softball match. She was a baseball player, rocking and rolling, very gifted young lady. Played her first character, played Rafiki in Lion King last year. Really
congratulations.
got a lot of gifts.
Dope.
Thank you
I
for
love
that. Thank you for that. And Brave builds Legos in 5 seconds. Mad if he can't finish it in 10 seconds. Like, they're very, very gifted kids. But to your point, there is still a child there that I'm like, I got some years. With Nova, bro, I'm like, damn, I hope she don't be 18 tomorrow.
Right.
So it's taught me patience. It's definitely taught me to really value their feelings, because Maddie, they get to have feelings in ways that we didn't get to have feelings.
Yeah. And privileges.
Jack, we couldn't talk like that. We can't. They would tell you actually, don't speak unless spoken to, and it was we could express ourselves. We had fun. I grew up having fun with grandparents.
Them feelings, yeah.
My uncles and aunts were incredible for me and my cousins, but we definitely were not allowed. And by the way, we were outside all day. We weren't allowed that, but we could be outside all day.
All day.
Man, the kids can't go down the street to the.
Yeah.
They can't go out.
Why?
Really? It
safe.
sucks. Terrible.
What happened?
I think the world's changed. There's a lot of weirdos. Too many weirdos out there.
Social media brought that out?
Too many weirdos. And then video
Child
games.
trafficking, they picking up kids and yanking kids up, all kind of shit. It ain't safe.
I missed that. I didn't mean to cut you out, but I just missed because think about all the life you learn
From that. Just
playing
being outside.
From that.
As soon as we can get outside until the lights came on,
you was
we
outside.
was outside drinking hose water, playing in the creek, playing
That's
in the
it.
woods,
Doing
playing
it.
basketball,
You learn
football,
how to
ditching,
love,
kissing the
play,
first
all
girl,
that.
fight.
Hurt,
Kids
cry,
fight.
defend. You learned everything by being outside with
And
your
then
friends.
become close to the dude you fought.
You learned everything. How to beat up on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
All of it.
You learned all that shit.
It's
Being
crazy
outside.
that's
It ain't
faded.
there, it's gone. It's terrible.
So when you ask that, it's interesting to ask, because I could imagine you asking that if you and Stack had the show 12 years ago.
Right.
It's a different, 20 years ago for sure. It's a very different reality. And I'm in my mind thinking, wow, I remember moments where at least these kids are athletic, so they're not playing the video games all day. But I remember moments where I'm sitting and listening to a conversation between adults, even if I'm not involved in the conversation between adults. Kids now get to go, what? What is it? Say what?
Interrupting and talking while
it's
we
a
talking,
full-
it's different. My dad used
Harder to be parents now, right? Than
Oh,
our
yeah,
parents.
definitely.
Harder to be parents.
My dad used to think playing video games would fuck up the color on the TV.
Did he think that?
This nigga was crazy.
He thought it would what?
Fuck the color up. If we put the video game on the TV while he was at work,
What he said?
fucking my color up. Now I used to think fuck the color. I don't know. I mean, he was off a lot of different drugs, so. But that was the one thing he thought was putting the video game on the TV would fuck the color up.
They used to tell us, because the controls only went so far.
Oh, from the cord.
So they used to tell us, you sit that close to TV, you're gonna get blind.
Yeah, that part.
You know what I'm saying? So
That
that
part.
we couldn't play the game.
I can't see worth the shit, so that might have been true.
Yeah, but the phones now, the kids gonna be all wearing glasses.
You said your daughter played Lion King.
She did. She played with
In the movie? Or
The play.
play.
the Broadway?
No, play in school.
Play.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
okay, my bad, because my godson,
Is he in it?
he played 2 years. He played Simba in Broadway in New York in The Lion King. And
The
he played-
original?
Yes, the original one. And then he got through doing Michael Jackson. He played Marlon in Michael Jackson musical.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson.
Now he's in the movie playing Marlon in the Michael
Oh, yeah,
Jackson
the Michael-
movie that's getting shot right
This
now.
your nephew?
My godson,
Hats off, bro.
Jalen. Yeah, shout out Jalen. He's unbelievable kid, bro.
Hats off.
Unbelievable.
That's dope.
That's super dope. How old is he?
He's 14 now.
Okay.
And he made a song called Black Boy Joy. Y'all go check it out.
He just rocking.
It's just good for the youth to hear.
Spotify can go and get it.
Yeah, Black Boy Joy. He's super positive, good kid. Shout out to his
talented
mom.
kid.
Shout out to his dad, Snap Hunter. Like they doing a great job.
Where is he living?
Memphis. Lives in Memphis.
Dope.
Yeah.
Antonio from
Jalen Hunter.
Dope. Well, Mark, man, it's been an in-depth, beautiful experience.
Long overdue too, bro.
So
Sure.
overdue. Bro.
We sit here and talk all night.
Before we get out of here, we got some quick hitters for you. So first thing to come to mind, let us know.
Yes, sir.
5 dinner guests, you plus 5, dead or alive. Who's at your table?
Woo! I love this shit.
That's a good question. I want.
It's a great question.
I want to hear.
Muhammad Ali is back there. I got
Easy.
to hang with him before he passed, about 2 years. Shout outs to May Ali, his daughter, for hooking that up. And Malcolm X is there for sure. You know who I've always loved? You're gonna trip on this. I've always wanted to just pick his brain, Devontae from Jodeci.
Beautiful mind.
I just have always
Beautiful
wanted to hang with
mind.
Devontae and just
You hear the crazy, but then you hear how talented and how
talented.
smart he was too.
He was the brains behind
Yeah,
all that shit.
hell
it's
yeah.
amazing, right?
Yeah, he was the brains behind all that.
Vontae.
That's the first. That's the
yeah.
first time we get Devontae.
Devontae.
Yeah,
And
bring up Devontae.
yeah.
Devontae special. And the brother, I check on him a lot. Y'all know the brother who's now he's playing college ball with the one arm.
Emmanuel.
That's a homie.
I coached him in the Albertson game.
So I've been talking to him, but I would love for Emmanuel to not only be at that table, but to be able to
Go back and forth.
because his tears would start when I put him on the spot by telling him how many of those greats at the table admire that he can do something that
Oh man, none of us can do.
College ball with one
Like most
arm.
most don't have the confidence to do it with 2 arms.
crazy, right?
Think about that. You got people that 2 arms that don't believe in their basketball skills. He has one
Crazy.
and confidence is through the roof. I love
Crazy.
it. I love it, bro. And he's a good kid. Super
Incredible.
good kid.
I love talking to him. And then I would say
Last seat.
I got what, last seat? Last seat, make it a special seat. I met Prince a lot, but I never got to, it's so tough, Matt, because who I want to say, because I never got to meet this gentleman, and that being Michael Jackson, but I want to say Quincy. I want to say Quincy.
Rest in
I
peace.
never, I met Quincy very quick in passing, but I'm so musical. There's got to be somebody that's a musical giant there that can go back and forth between Devontae. And I think that would
Dope.
be an interesting.
I like that.
Interesting
It's a nice table.
conversation.
Interesting conversations.
Yeah, nice table.
Some shit, right?
Yeah, some real shit.
Who was your Mount Rushmore?
Miles Davis too, bro.
Mount Davis would be dope.
Oof, Miles would be killer.
Your Mount Rushmore of actors.
Ooh.
I only get 4 slots.
Yeah. 4.
Well, how many's on Rushmore?
4. This nigga said 5.
No, it's trying to be a new Rushmore.
No, it's
Hey, okay.
Like that.
He was trying to invent a new mountain. Okay, I ain't know.
Half dead over there tripping.
All right, that's Mount Rushmore. That's amazing. The one who made me want to become an actor, I saw him in Stak Still Laughing at You.
Oh man, these dudes
Nigga, you should come sit with me for this. Just come sit. I don't make you feel bad about it. Nigga, come sit.
Half dead, come sit down, half dead.
Yeah, come sit.
Yeah, have that in there.
Come sit. Come sit. What's up, player?
I'm the Oakland partner.
I feel you. They told me before you came in. You know what? Your name preceded you. They told me all about you. But God bless you, though.
Appreciate it.
Oh man.
The fact that you're here. God bless you. Mount Rushmore. So the actor, Stak, who made me one act, I saw Raging Bull and I was blown. So Robert De Niro, first and foremost, I was blown away. Denzel, Meryl Streep. God, I got one slot left. My honorable mentions would absolutely be Marlon Brando and Steve McQueen. But
Steve McQueen.
And I really love Angela Bassett. But I'm going to say, rest in peace, having just passed. The range of James Earl Jones was crazy.
Yeah, man.
I think about from Darth Vader to Bingo Long traveling.
Bet them weights.
Conan.
To Conan to
This nigga says
Coming to America to even Sandlot, guys.
Yeah.
Sandlot, like James Earl Jones's range was just some Claudine, right?
And
what he
longevity.
played in Claudine and longevity. I just think James Earl was as special as they come. Great White Hope, right? James Earl Jones. So that would be, those four were pretty magnificent.
One album on repeat.
Damn it. Only one?
Only one.
Y'all truly are Ought to Smoke. This
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
You gotta come with
Maddie,
it.
one album?
That's it.
I can't do two?
You can do you Omari. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Give me two.
I'm gonna give you two. Shit, on repeat. On repeat, I'm gonna say Michael Jackson's Off the Wall.
R.I.P. Quincy Jones.
I'm gonna say Michael Jackson's Off the Wall. And then I'm gonna say, I just love this dude's voice. It's so amazing. What's the album, guys? Chris Stapleton's album. And it might be where I'm at these days. What's his album called? No, the new one, the brand new one. Higher. Chris Stapleton's Higher. Because what I wanted to give you, Matt, was where I'm presently at. So Chris Stapleton is on repeat. And we in Texas, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton's album is on heavy repeat. That album's called Higher. And I think I've always kind of gone back to Michael Jackson's Off the Wall, and it just never gets old.
Okay.
I freaking love that damn Mary J. Blige album. No, My Life.
Yeah, My Life. That's the, you gotta start there.
That joint was
That joint with her and
ridiculous.
KC.
Shout outs to Mary J.
Guilty pleasure.
Riding that damn motorcycle, Stak.
Yeah, man.
Riding that bike. I love that Matt Dick gave that sound right away. At this point, Jay and the kids have relegated me to riding in the neighborhood, and I do.
I'm about to say.
You're part of a club?
No, I was at one point.
Yeah.
It was definitely me and Malcolm Jamal Warner and F. Gary Gray would ride with us as well. Malcolm, F. Gary Gray. When I was in Cali, Matt, and I was really riding. Angela's Crest. I was really getting it.
Yeah.
210 Verdugo. I was going at it.
Too dangerous.
It's too crazy now. Because, you know, when I started Stak, there was no cell phones when I started riding a motorcycle. Now it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not the cyclists, right? The motorcyclists are usually pretty
People on the
point.
phones, on their cars.
Yeah.
But it is a guilty pleasure, bro. It is. And sweets. I still really, I always like my cookies and my, I like my
Can't
cookies.
get away
bro.
from that.
You the same?
What?
Cake or pie for you?
I'm a cookie
Cake.
dude.
Cookie.
I make cookies. I bake cookies.
You make cookies?
Jelani.
Stak! You
Jelani.
never give me no cookies?
Fire.
Fire?
I thought it was bullshit too. Omari, I thought it was bullshit too.
Lonnie, you leaned in to say
Bake
that.
them. What you mean?
Fire.
No, I'm saying, but are they
Legitimate fire
baked fully or?
He talking about that you do Pillsbury out the thing,
Stak.
or you
I fix the butter.
Stak.
Yeah, you could be
Jelani was, look, Jelani was he was pissing and came off the.
Bro, I got him. Hey,
fire.
oatmeal pecan though. I know what I do well.
I'm a oat-
Only oatmeal pecan. I can't make no other cookie.
I'm an oatmeal guy.
Oatmeal pecan, no raisins. I don't do raisins
keep the
either.
pecans
Would you
out.
hook me up?
Bro, I got you, bro. I was hoping somebody asked me that. Because I want to go make some shit. That's all I do at home is cook.
Stak, for real?
I just made a gumbo a couple days ago. I'm like that in the kitchen.
You are like that.
I'm Judy's son.
Judy.
Yeah,
It's Judy's birthday this
Hey,
weekend.
not even Judy, it's Juliet.
Juliet, happy birthday. Coming up, it's her birthday this weekend.
North Texas. Birthday is on the 20th of this month. We're
Oh,
celebrating her birthday.
That's the
this
day
weekend.
before Nova. It's the day before my daughter.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, all you.
Happy birthday, Judy.
Is your they Scorpio?
It's not. Is that still
Judy.
Scorpio?
Nova's
Is that the cuttiest? Yeah,
Yeah,
the twins are the 6th. They just turned 16.
I was about to say they really get.
I don't like it.
How tall are they?
About 6'2", 6'3", girlfriends, condoms.
Burn
I
out.
don't like
Oh,
it.
man.
They
I don't
16
like
years
it.
old?
They just turned 16.
Which one the most like Pop?
They both have different sides of me. One's the loving side of me and one's the crazy side of me. But they both got sense.
But they're very close.
Oh, best
They
friends.
feel each other.
Best
They've been here before, bro.
Yeah,
They've been
best
here
friends.
before.
100 years old.
Yeah, they've been
I
best
met them when
friends.
they was
Little.
They were little.
They've
6
been
or
here
7.
before.
Mhm.
the tough kids.
Oh yeah, I had to make them tough. I mean, because like we were talking about, like they don't get the bumps and bruises, so I used to let them fuck each other up.
Oh, they were.
But as soon as one would hurt the other one, they was like, if one cried, the other would cry or
That's
stop and help. It was
Oh,
it
wow.
was such a crazy bond. But like I said, they didn't get that outdoor experience, so I had to toughen them up behind the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you go over there. What's up, nephew? The fuck is up, Stat? What? Oh, this been going on for a while now. You know what I'm saying? So but that's why they so ahead of the game, because he's been raising them like men for so long.
So long, yeah.
Yeah, for so long.
Yeah, I try to not talk to Braven over like kids ever.
Yeah.
I mean, no, like not the baby talk ever,
Yeah.
never.
Yeah.
No.
Twin something else.
Childhood crush. I'm gonna take you back.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Childhood crush.
Easy for me. And I ended up working with her. I bet y'all ain't never had nobody on that could say they ended up working with her.
Ain't nobody I had a child crush with but turned out to be shit. Shit. I damn sure ain't seeing none of them motherfuckers nowhere.
My childhood crush, I had two. The first one was Bernadette Stannis, Thelma from Good Times.
Yeah. Damn.
And
That
then-
was solid.
And then of course when Janet was Charlene.
Ooh wee.
And then I ended up being
You
her
have to-
husband. Ironically playing a character where I wasn't trying to get nothing from her. Because the character was gay, but in Tyler Perry's For Color
That's
Girls.
what it was. I was trying to think where there
Regina
was.
Hall, if you need, you can cast me, baby. You've been my crush. It ain't been no secret.
was
Then
your-
the crazy time when
Holly Berry.
then I see her for the first time. I'm with my wife. We ain't fucking way in a whole nother country. Where the fuck we? Croatia. She walked. I'm like, how you just come to Croatia? I ain't seen her. This is my question, Tam.
Wait, who?
Regina Hall.
Oh yeah, Regina.
And she just walks in with crazy. My Tammy say, "You better not turn around." I'm like, I'm just seeing. I just want to see if Matt was talking to her because I know Matt know her. And Matt was. She did go speak to Matt, so I got off.
Regina Hall's one.
She
of my
walked
favorites.
right
She
by
dope.
me. I lost
Dope.
it. My jaw dropped.
Incredible.
Her, Sanaa, the
I
whole
know how I
little
feel about her,
crew.
bro.
Hell yeah.
She gonna walk right by me like that in Croatia?
Of all places.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
A hall pass
Say it
just to
again?
speak. Just to
Look,
speak.
no, we gonna do a movie called, man. We're gonna do a movie called Hall Pass.
Also, Matt.
nigga
for a
sick.
minute,
We gonna do a movie
minute,
called
bro,
Hall
was
Pass.
I think Jane Kennedy I also really like. I like Jane Kennedy Young. I like Apollonia, right? Vanity.
Apollonia. Hey, that's her girl from Last Dragon?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, that's Vanity.
Man.
That's Vanity. That's the
Vanity.
was
Claw.
Vanity was crazy.
Teach me
And
some
my-
moves.
Vanity was crazy.
Oh yeah, beautiful. And Abalone, both of them was tough. Both of them was tough.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Teach me
Prince
some
had,
moves.
Prince had it, didn't he?
Oh man, didn't he?
Sheila E. too.
I remember Lamar Odom told a story about Prince one time. That he
What
did.
Lamar say?
He went to the house and he did some kind of performance, and Lamar said he almost his wrist almost went limp just looking at Prince. I said, "Oh shit, Lelo, that's too much information." But I
That
hear
is
you.
way too much. EMI.
Yeah. It wasn't in those words, but go ahead. Finish it off.
That's kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I feel you. Threw me off.
Question PM, right? That's what I
Yes.
meant. Okay.
Finish them off.
If you could see one guest on our show, because we know you're a big supporter of our show, who would it be?
But
You have to help us get your answer on the show.
Done deal.
We killing this shit.
Done deal. I love this shit. You know what I'm gonna say?
Ooh.
Cause only y'all could really fuck with him. Donald Trump.
The second person said that.
I think
we should, bro. We might. Hey, I might need him. I got a lot of shit going on,
Nope.
right? I might need, bro.
got some cases.
Man, I got street felonies, baby mamas on the line. Like, I might need, bro, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
the way that y'all could-
down, you know what I'm saying?
It would be very interesting
pull up,
for
bro.
y'all to
Real conversation, yeah.
it would be finally a very
Yeah.
he wouldn't be able to really duck and dodge. He wouldn't be able to do that. And that's a
I'm
compliment
with
to
it,
y'all.
because I got,
Yeah.
you know,
I love having
He part of
Somebody else said that?
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
just recently.
Just recently.
Skip Bayless.
These bailing niggas
Skip
right
said
now,
Donald
like,
Trump.
shit.
Yep.
I gotta have a conversation with him.
Have y'all had President Obama on?
He's on the way.
He's coming.
Yeah.
He's
on the
coming.
way,
Yeah, he
yeah.
come. Y'all will have fun with him.
Yeah. Well,
He's such a
man,
basketball cat.
we appreciate you, man.
I
Not
appreciate
just for
y'all
your
so
time
much, bro.
today, but just what you've done for the world. It's been a blessing, man, and we're happy to hear that you're in a good space and your family's good, and you're going to continue for another 20 years at least,
At least, bro.
blessing us with your presence, man. So appreciate your time
I'm
today.
excited to see
Yeah,
My brother. Very
You-
humble. Thank you guys.
in that ghost form.
somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else. You gotta say, and I'm gonna be the hitman in the back, chilling with my suit on,
Yes, you is.
fucking bars up.
Yeah, you is.
Feel me?
Gilly might be competing with you. He trying to be that.
That's my boy. We can do
Y'all
it
can do it
together.
together.
Ain't no competition.
Tag
It's
team
enough for all of us, bro. Just keep it P.
We got some T-shirts, but we definitely want to give
Oh,
you
bro.
our first
I
hard
was
copy.
wanting this, bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
our
sir.
first hard copy.
I was
man.
eyeing this joint, bro.
We appreciate you, man. Thank
The
you.
second
Thank you, man.
copy, of course.
Yeah, you gonna
This
be in
what,
there.
me?
The second
You'll be in the second
will
book.
be the second book.
Bro.
Hopefully, we cook another one up.
Y'all
But,
cooking,
man,
bro. Y'all cooking. Speaking of cooking, I'm proud of y'all. both
Omari
of you.
Hardwick, man. You can catch this on all the smoke.
I love you too, bro.
All the smoke.
doing it, Stak.
All the Smoke Productions YouTube and the Draft Cleans Network, man. We'll see y'all next week.